Hey guys, it's JD from Ponzo World, and today we're unboxing and reviewing this RGB light made by Fotowelt. Now this is a RGB light that you can find on Amazon. Links will be in the description below. And basically, again, what this is it's a RGB filming light that you could use, for example, with like your phone or a camera or whatever you're wanting. So basically, if you're wanting to shoot professional video and photos and stuff, I would definitely recommend this, as this thing is supposed to definitely improve lighting and stuff like that. So I guess I'll go ahead and start with showing you around the box here. So you can see here, well, first of all, it's in this bag, but on top here we have a label. If you want to take a look at that, there you go, right there. Then we'll go and open up the bag here. And that houses the carrying case here. Feels pretty nice, I'd say, so pretty good so far. So here it is, a little carrying case. Once again, very nice. It is zipper, so let's go and open that up. Let's see what's inside. And I believe, yeah, okay, so I'm opening it upside down. And okay, so it looks like inside, first of all, I'll start over here. We have a charging cable, which I could see right off the bat is actually USB-C. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's definitely not something you see very often, especially on an RGB light. So that's pretty nice, USB-C. So there's that, and then we also have, looks like some maybe mounting hardware right here to mount to a tripod, possibly. And let's go and see what else. Silica gel here, which obviously that has nothing to do with the light. We also have, okay, so there's that little card for something. And then here we have a instruction guide, which front of it's in Chinese. Okay, so it has Chinese and English, I would assume. Yeah, okay, so we also have English. So there's that, so very cool. So let's go and take this out now. Let's set this off to the side, and here it is. Right off the bat, I can tell you, it's definitely very heavy. So it is, yep, just as I thought, made out of metal. Very nice. So here's the little LCD screen here. Let's peel this off. And there's that. Once again, very well built now. Definitely very nice. So let's go and take this sticker off here. And once again, here it is. And I believe there's a protective film over this. Yeah, there is. Okay. Peel that off and you can see all the LEDs there. So there it is. So let's go and turn this on. All right. So there it is. You can see the little screen right there. And I'm going to have to figure out how to turn the light itself on. Let's go and see what this other stuff is here. I don't know what most of this is. I'm going to have to look at the user manual. But anyway, so there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and set this thing up and go and figure out how it works. And I'll get back with you guys when I do that. Alright, so it's been a few minutes and I've pretty much basically learned how to use this thing now. It takes a little bit of practice, and if you have any troubles, you could just look at the user guide like I did. So if I don't know what I'm exactly talking about on a few of these things, it's because I don't know. Likely if you're going to be watching this video, you're already a photographer or you're working on video, whatever. So you're probably going to know a little bit more about lighting than me. But either way, we're going to start on the actual review portion of this thing. So first of all, on the side here, we have our power/mode button here. You also have your set button here, which you can see here. It could switch in between the different modes. So there's that. And then you also have the up and down button, which is to adjust brightness, saturation, and so on. You also have your USB charge port there, which once again is pretty cool in my opinion. Then on this side, you have a screw hole for obviously to go into like a tripod, something like that. And then you also have the same thing on the bottom here. And then this here, you're gonna have to look at this. This is a cold shoe accessories interference. So I'm not 100% sure on what that is, but I'm sure it's something. So there's that. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on. So once again, you hold the power button here, top button, and you can see this nice little display here, pretty cool, is lit up. So first of all, I'm going to go back to the, okay, so it's the first one there. Okay, so this one here, first thing here, when you first put it up, this is HSI. Now, once again, I don't know what this stands for, but I'm sure it stands for something. Okay, never mind. So here, HSI mode. Press a set button to set the hue, brightness, and saturation. So there's that. So you can set here, hue, brightness, saturation. So first of all, the hue right now is at 100%. You can see right there. I'm going to go and bring it down. See, I kind of changes color. I'm going to bring it all the way back up here. And there is the hue all the way up. Or is it? Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, it shouldn't have done that, but I guess you could set hue way above 100. You can set it to, wow, way over 1,000. Okay, so you definitely set hue very, very high. So there's that. You also have your brightness control down here. You can see right now it's just at 6% and it is extremely bright. I'm going to go and bring it up to 100 and not going to look at this because it'll blind me. There it is. Insanely bright. So extremely, extremely bright LEDs on here. So obviously you can control the brightness. So if this is too bright, you can lower it. Or if like 5% or something is too low, you could bring it up to 100 or whatever. So there's that. So definitely gets extremely bright if you want it that bright. Once again, it's at 1% here and it's pretty dim. So you have a pretty wide range to get your brightness perfect. And then also here you have saturation, which, yeah, okay, so this maxes out at 100. I'll go and bring down saturation here. And you can see it goes down and 0 is basically like white. So there it is. So there's that, the HSI mode. Next you have RGB. So this is to obviously set red, green, and blue. So let's go ahead and go up to R right here, which is red, obviously. You can see here right now it's at 4. I'm going to go and bring it up to 100. And there it is. So definitely, once again, extremely bright. Going to bring that down here to 0. There it is at 0. And I'm going to set it on green, for example. And you can see right there, it is green. Extremely bright. Gosh darn. I'm very blown away on how bright this thing is. So there's that. And then also blue, obviously, we'll set it to blue. So there's that. Next here, you have scene 1. Okay, so this changes in between like different preset scenes. So this is scene 1. It's basically like flashing lights. You can see right there. So there's that in different little patterns. You also have scene 2, kind of a different pattern of what we just saw. So there's that. You also have scene 3, which is cinema, and once again you can control brightness from here. So here's cinema. It's like a solid white light kind of. You also have scene 4, which is police. So you can simulate like the lights on the top of a police car if you wanted to do that. So once again, insanely bright. So there's that. If you really want to do that. You also have ambulance. So once again, kind of simulating the lights on top of an ambulance. Once again, insanely bright. And you could still bring down the brightness if you want there. I'm going to leave it at, heck, I'm going to bring it down to 80%. Why not? So there's that. You also have, okay, so, wait, hold up. No, there's more scenes than that. There we go, okay. You also have fire truck. So there's that. Once again, simulating the lights on top of a fire truck. You also have scene 7, which is fast RGB. You can see right there it's changing in between, well, there's blue, there's green, and then red, and then like turns into a pink. So there's that. You also have slow RGB, so it kind of goes in between those colors slower. You also have SOS, you can see right there, flashing lights. So I guess if you're maybe stuck in like the middle of a forest or something and you need help, you could definitely use this thing. I mean, heck, it's bright enough, I'll tell you that. You also have here scene 10, which is candle light. So there's that, and it kind of, yeah, it kind of like flickers too, like a candle. That's pretty cool. So there's that. Next thing here is CCT, which, okay, so that's for color temperature. So there's that. And you can see right here, you can set brightness. And then obviously the color temperature right here, warm and cool, I believe they call it. So this is, I want to say this is warm right now. And then this here is cool. So there's that. Might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty darn sure that's it. So there's that. Once again, pretty cool. And then it goes back to HSI. So there it is. Definitely seems like a very good light. Definitely very well built, I'll tell you that. So there it is. So I guess I'll set this off to the side here and turn it off here. Just hold the power button. So there's that. There's pretty much all the features here on this light. Definitely has a lot of them, I'll tell you that. And next thing we'll go over is actually in the instructions. Now, these are the specifications. So here you have, if you guys are interested, CCT color temperature, 2500K to 8500K. Yeah, okay, so there's that. Brightness 0 to 100, obviously. You also have lumens, which is, okay, so on warm white, sorry. The lumens on warm white, I can barely say that, is 330 lumens, so very bright. And on cool white, it's 365 lumens. Red, 126, green, 206, and then blue is 60. So there's that. Also here for the built-in battery, I want to go over this. This thing has 3,300 milliamps, so pretty much a phone battery inside of this little RGB light. So this thing will last a long time. So there's that, so very cool. What else? Battery life, 100% power for about 3 hours, okay, at 8500K. Okay, I believe that's for color temperature. Yeah, it is. So if you have it at full color temperature, it'll last about 3 hours. So once again, in my opinion, pretty darn good. So there it is. So pretty cool. So guess what I'll go and do now is wrap this user guide back up and go and bring the light over here and go ahead and give you guys my final opinions. All right, so overall, what do I think of this RGB light? I think this thing is actually pretty good for the price. Now, number one, has quite a few features as I went over previously. The settings in this thing are absolutely insane. You know, adjust saturation, color temperature, brightness, and so on. This thing has a bunch of different features, and I could almost guarantee on whatever you're filming, this thing can do it. If you want to adjust, you know, color temperature on whatever you're filming, this thing can do it. So definitely very good in my opinion for what seems to be a pretty decently, in my opinion actually, for an LED light for filming. Once again, $110. Might seem a little high, but in my opinion, it is worth it. It's also built very well, as I mentioned previously. This thing is made out of pure metal, so definitely very impressive, feels very solid and very heavy. So in my opinion, a pretty good light. So if you're looking for, once again, a good LED light for filming, if you're doing, you know, like me, for example, reviews on an iPhone, this thing will work. Or heck, even if you're doing it with a proper camera, this thing will work on this too, and it'll make you look, and it'll make your videos look